All right, everybody, we're back finally, hopefully with some sound. I'm sure all is well. We do have hot coffee, as I promised. Can see her steaming. Coffee cups up, everybody. Cheers. And I'm gonna have one of my bad habits since nobody's in the chat yet. See if anybody shows up this time. Hopefully, it would be nice to have somebody in here to chat with and get some input on the old jam, see what's going on. What's everybody doing out there on this wonderful Sunday? It's pretty ugly outside. I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna go out and try to get some things done, but zero effort on that. It's not happening. No good at all. But yeah. So I just thought I would sit here with the old friend Mr. Axe and do some jamming. Probably just do a little noodling. We'll see what happens. If anybody comes on. If not, that's fine too. It'll be a video for later on for everyone to watch, I guess. Don't smoke, everybody. It's a terrible habit. One I'm trying to quit, but might as well have a coffee and a smoke. This is not made for children. Another thing I was going to do is back there in the back, as you can see right back there, is my guitar rack. It holds 10 guitars. Always I keep a Chapman on there and I keep my Solar on there. But short of that, the other 8, I interchange quite a lot. I have Jasper, I have some affordable guitars. And as I'm going, if anybody wants there, hi, Kaylin. Are you ready to rock out? I know you've got that new zombie guitar. We should be playing that. Practice, practice, practice. But yeah, anyhow, as I was saying back there, we have a lot of different guitars. Got 2 different Les Pauls. I've got my Epiphone and a Glenn Burton. I will say that the Glenn Burton guitars are fantastic. And yeah, so if there's any guitars back there you guys want to see played, or I guess as people come in, I'm just going to grab a random one. And hopefully they're all fairly in tune. If not, we'll go ahead and tune them up right here as we go. And we'll do some reviews on those as well, because this is all about guitar reviews, jamming, licks, things you guys want to know. Cheers, everybody. And yeah, so that'd be something cool we can do. Also, over on that side of my bedroom, I have a toolbox dedicated to just guitar equipment. I have 2 drawers full of pedals. Some really good ones, some older ones, some newer ones, some that I've hardly even messed with yet because I was trying to save them for the channel so I could give out an honest review on those. So we could go to those drawers also and just pick a random pedal, or if there's something I have that you guys want to check out, we can do that as well. I also have a Boss RC10 looper pedal that thing is amazing. It's a lot of fun. I'm still working on the ins and outs of it altogether. The book's like that thick that you have to read, and I don't think I've really read anything on it yet. But it's fun. It's something we can all get into, and we can learn together here. If anybody else has one, let me know some of your little secrets and tips and stuff like that. I read reviews on them, and some people were saying that they're really good to gig with. Other people were saying not so much. I don't know what you guys think. Seemed like a fantastic pedal to me. Does really good. But yeah, so we can definitely get into that as well. And what else can we talk about, guys? Waiting on a few more people to get into the chat here, and maybe we'll do some jamming. See what happens. I'm gonna work on my lighting also. It's a bit of mess up there. So I'm going to work on that as well, so it's a little more exciting in the background for you guys. Also, I was thinking about changing my view. As of now, you guys are looking at my guitar rack, and on that side, just a bit, well, there's my microphone in the way, but my amps are back there. The Marshall, the orange 120 stack, and then pretty fortunate. I have a couple different amps. Also, I have a Marshall MG100 HC effects on this side of me, and that's also where my AX2 head lives. Um, like I said, that's a very, very great amp. It's fantastic. I need to start using it a lot more again. And then right up there, what I mic'd up earlier, what you guys are hearing in this show, in this live chat, is my Spark amp. And it's a pretty fantastic amp too. I have my floor pedal unit, the air step, and I have 4 effects in it. I have 1 dirty, 1 clean, and 3 other dirty ones because I like to play the dirt. I have the Ola England Fireball. I think I have the Def Leppard amp set up, and just a regular clean with a little bit of chorus and delay on it. And then it also has a boost on the other end of it. Let me grab that real fast and I'll show you. Set my bad habit down. Here is a dirty channel. Here is my clean channel. This is like a Marshall effect, and this is the Ola England Fireball, and this one is a boost. You can use it with any of them. You can kick it on and off, as you see. So that's and I can give you a little sound. Let me bring this a bit closer. This is not boosted. That's with the boost on, if it's picked it up pretty well. And then I have my clean channel. Got to be able to go clean from time to time. And it's a lot of fun. It's having that air step pedal really does help out a lot with the Spark. You know, it adds a little flavor to it, so you can get your you can go from clean to dirty if you're in a mix, or if you're playing live, or like we are right now. If I wanted to do anything, and I wanted to go from clean to dirty, I wouldn't have to actually reach up and switch it. I can just kick it on the floor and nobody ever knows. You guys know now. You guys got my secrets now. So yeah, that's what we have going on the setup. I thought I'd share that with everybody. Like I said, I'm using the Spark with the air step today. Maybe tomorrow I'll try to mic up the Marshall or the AX2 and see what happens with that. See how it sounds on here. But I hope everybody's doing pretty good. So far, we're 8 minutes in. Everybody must be busy. All my subscribers and the YouTubeville, the people out there in the channel. And yeah, I guess I'll do a little clean jamming, what I like to call pladoodling, because it always reminds me of pladoodle-a-doo-doo. I don't know if that's bad luck, but I've just knocked over the guitar stand. Let me grab that. Also, in the comments, if you guys would, what are some of the better guitars? Went with the more affordable ones. The one I have now is On Stage stand. Looking for some better stands, though. It's good. It's a nice, just average stand with your lock on top. It's got the, so you can lock your guitar in there. But and I know Phil McKnight on his channel, which I watch religiously on Friday, like a man goes to church. I try to watch old Phil McKnight on Fridays with all you guys. My knees hurt. I know I've seen you on there before. I'm pretty sure that's where we hooked up, and I really appreciate your support here on the channel as well. And I'm trying to kind of get something together like that a little bit, but more on the metal side. I know Phil's at PRS and the Gibson and all that stuff. I thought maybe I could cover some more affordable guitars and some more metal guitars. I have a few BC Riches, the Beast that lives back there. I'm sure you guys have seen that in some of my other videos. And then I have 2 Jacksons, one with the Floyd Rose, one without. So I have the best of both worlds on that. And I like them both. They're both fantastic guitars. And What else do we have? Metal style. Obviously, we have the Ola England, and I have 3 Chapmans. Not that I'm bragging. I'm just stating what I have. I feel very fortunate. And I have a great story on the Chapman that I have. My wife for me for Christmas as a surprise. I had no idea I was getting it. I pretty much lusted over that guitar for about a year, watching all the videos on the Ghost Fret Blood guitars. Because, man, I just wanted one so bad. It was like the Explorer I always wanted. And I got the thing, and it felt like it was made for me, literally. I mean, it felt like it was made for these hands. And I don't know how everybody else feels. I've seen good and bad reviews like everything else. But I really enjoy mine. It's near and dear to my heart. It's one of the only things I don't know if I should share or not, but I did kind of shed a little tear. I teared up a little bit when I got that because nobody's ever really done anything that special for this guy. My wife did though, and it means a hell of a lot to me. It's a fantastic guitar. I'll always cherish it, and I will always have that guitar. Even if I had to get rid of every guitar I owned, the Chapman stays. It goes with me. I'm never giving that one up. I just love it to death. It's a great guitar. All right, let's try some clean tones on here. I want to kind of see how this thing picks up. You guys let me know in the chat, in the comments if you can. Let me know what's kicking, how you guys feel about it, if it sounds okay or not. Let's get on into it. Go ahead and adjust a bit for you guys. Just a couple nice, simple little riffs. Then we'll go to the riding deer tay. Just a little Steve Vai. That riff right there is one that I've probably been playing since I was about 15 years old, and I've still never put it into a song. I'm slowly working on it. I have a couple different, excuse me, a couple different riffs that I was going to put with it. I used to double it up, like I would play. It actually sounds pretty fantastic with 2 guitars doing that same thing. Sounds pretty phenomenal, but I'm going to figure out something. I kind of added more to it over the years, and I'm just not exactly sure what I want to do with it yet. So it's just something I've been messing with, you know. Something like that. Go back over to the clean. And a little about this guitar. I bought it. I thought it was a guitar that's been used a lot and a relic. It actually has not. But one of the bad things I do that I'm probably going to catch a little hell for with my bad habit on here, just like there's a lot of guitar players that used to do it back in the day. But sometimes I like to fire one up, and you can't really see. There's a couple marks there. I guess maybe you can. I've got one there, and a bit of one there. It's probably not a good idea for you guys to do, but something I do to some of my guitars. The older ones like this, especially my old S-style guitars, my Strats, I like to put the cigarette in there and let it burn as I play. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that once. You just normally take it and give it a little poke, and eventually it'll burn down, and the heat from it started to actually brown up the top of the guitar. I'm going to go ahead and burn down the house. But yeah, that's something I've done for a while. And I know a lot of the older guys, the way older guys, have done that as well. And it just adds a little bit of character to my guitar. So when I go, if I kick the bucket tomorrow and you guys get one of my guitars, you'll know what these burns on here are all about. It's just from sitting and kind of noodling, having a little... All right, everybody. Well, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and fix my screen here, and do a little hanging out. And yeah, so everybody have a great evening. I will try to come back about 8 o'clock. It's 6:14 now, so if you don't have any plans, come back and hang out with me. We'll do some jamming. I'd be happy to take any of you guys' questions or comments, anything like that. And everybody have a great evening. If I don't see you today, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to try to make a video every day of the week from now on. Now that I know I can go live, probably every day at 8 o'clock except Fridays, because I'll probably be hanging out with Phil McKnight on his live chat. I'll get on here and we'll have some coffee, some bad habits, and some guitar playing. Can only get better every day, right? That's why we practice. And I hope everybody has a great evening. Um, Rock on, play those guitars, guys. One thing that I watch casino guitars also, and one thing that they said is there's a lot of case guitars out there. I can't remember exactly what they called them. Case princesses, just like a truck, like a pavement princess. um, you got to play them, guys. If they're sitting in your closet, get it out, grab that thing, and get your fingers going. I know it might hurt it at the beginning and might be a little for you if you guys are beginners, but keep on keeping on with it, man. Don't give up. It's something that you can take your whole lifetime. I've been playing for probably over 20 years now, and I still love playing the guitar just as much as I always have, and I always will. It's something that as long as I can do it, as long as my hands will let me, and I can keep all my digits through working, I'm definitely going to keep doing it. So everybody stay positive, grab those guitars and play, and have a great evening. Okay. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for joining everybody that's in here. And thanks for watching if you watch later on. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And if you like videos like this, please go ahead and like and subscribe down there. I appreciate it. When I hit, trying to find a goal, I guess once I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to go ahead and probably do a guitar giveaway. I feel like I have enough of them that I could probably go ahead and start doing that. But I want to wait till the channel grows a little bit, and I have a little pickup, and we're cruising down that freeway of the Ville of YouTube as we cruise through YouTube town. When I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to go ahead and give away a guitar to a random person. I guess I'll do it like everybody else has been doing and just go through my subscribers and click on a random one, and we can make a live video doing that. That way everybody knows it's a fair giveaway. I'm not playing any favorites, although I have a few in mind already, but I just hope that I click on them. Maybe I'll do like a blindfold scroll down on the mouse or something, and bam, click that one, and whoever I click on, they get the guitar. So tell all your friends, tell everybody you know, especially if you'd like to get a free guitar. There you go. 500 subscribers, and then we'll do it again at 1,000, then we'll do it again at 2,000, and damn these flies anyhow. You guys all have a great evening, and yeah, we just got a guy in there, got no friends. Me neither. That's why I hang out with you guys and Phil McKnight every Friday night. Glad to see you here. My knees hurt. It's awesome. I hope you're having a great evening. Hope everything's good. Oh, that struck me as hilarious. That definitely made me smile. Yeah, my friends are all back there. They're very quiet until I plug them in, and then they like to get loud and rowdy. All my rowdy friends hanging out on the rack back there. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. And yeah, I just thought I'd do a little jamming. This is my very first real live video. I'm not sure exactly what the length should be. Honestly, looks like I'm 24 minutes in. So I was going to take off, but at the same time, if you guys are all here, there's no sense in leaving just yet. So I guess out of a Jackson, a Chapman, and what else? A 335. I have a Firefly and a Muso. What would you guys like to see next on the channel? And I'll get that out next. We'll do some sound reviews on it. I have a Chapman ML2 Modern, the Chapman Ghost Fret, which is my absolute Excalibur. I love that guitar. Just feels like it was built for my hands. Let me go ahead and grab it real quick. I might as well show it off. I'll be right straight back. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to go over to the rack quickly. Be right back with you guys. The struggle is real. Go ahead and break them both out. There's the Chapman. Oddly enough, they both come in the same cases, which is kind of cool. And let's go ahead and also grab the Solar. Here is the BC Rich that I was talking about. That's the Beast with the Kowal Guitar Life logo on it. Went ahead and deemed it since it's the NJ series. The Beast. It's a fantastic guitar as well. I like it a lot for the wham on it. Got to have that when you're cranking out the metal sometimes. It's nice to have. Fortunately, my wife lets me take over the bedroom basically with guitars and equipment and things of that nature. I have a basement, but I live in Ohio, and sometimes it gets a little wet and damp down there, so I don't really trust my equipment down there. The only thing I have down there is my drum set, which is still not set up yet. I'll be doing that very soon, and we'll go down there and make some videos as well. But my entire bedroom is filled with guitars, and I have a closet on the outside of my by my bathroom that's probably supposed to be for towels and things of that nature. But I took all the shelves out and I stacked guitars in there, so it's also stacked clear full of guitars. I haven't done a count. I need to do another count very soon. But the last count that I did was like 40, 47, 48 guitars, and I have picked up a few more after that also. I do have one old one that's pretty. I'll go ahead and show that one next. It's a. Someone told me it was an old Sears and Roebucks. If you guys are familiar with that, if there's any older fellas in here around my age, I'm about to be 42, so I was just reading a comment here. Yeah, the struggle's real. Yeah, I feel the same way. Sometimes even with all these, sometimes I'm like, I don't know which one I want to play. Maybe I should look at some new guitars. And then I get on Reverb and I start looking and I'm like, well, I have a lot of these. I just need to save up some more money for the more expensive ones I want. I'm really, really, really want to get, and it's a shame. It's I guess it's my own fault that I don't have one yet, but I would like to get a PRS. Watching Phil and Phil McKnight and a lot of other guys, I was kind of up and down on the whether I really wanted a PRS, but I do. I want one. I want one really bad. Cheers, everybody. Just enjoying some hot Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Man, that stuff's delicious. And a little bit about myself while I'm rambling on here. I'm a bricklayer by trade. So when it's not shitty out and I'm not sitting in here playing guitars trying to make YouTube videos, I'm out laying brick, block, and stone. So that's what I do in my spare time. That's how I'm able to afford these guitars. Excuse me, I don't get paid anything by YouTube yet, not a thing, and maybe I never will. But I just like to interact with other guitarists, and I'm happy to be on here and being seen and heard. Sometimes I feel like if I wasn't on here making music, nobody would ever really hear my guitar abilities, whether that's good or bad. I try. I've been playing for a long time though, since I was about probably 8 or 10 years old. And I've never had a lesson ever. I can't read music. I can't read notes like to open up a book. I just never did. I spent my time when I was a kid in my bedroom, just like this, only at my parents' house. And it was a lot nicer because I didn't have to pay for anything. And I just spent all my time jamming. I would listen to music and listen to it on my tape deck. If anybody can identify what one of those are. Yes, I had tapes and records, more tapes than records, but I had a lot of tapes, a lot of Iron Maiden, a lot of Metallica, AC/DC, Styx, Def Leppard, Motley Crue, stuff like that's what I used to listen to, and I still do. I still enjoy all of it. But yeah, so that's how I learned to play. I sat there with my guitar and I tried to figure out the riffs, and then once I got okay, I guess, I I got into a couple garage bands. I was in like 2 or 3 different. It was called Triangles of Hate. We actually went pretty far. We went as far as going to a recording studio and actually paying um, a lot of money an hour to try to get some things going. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, we have a lot of fun with that. But, reading some more comments here, guys. Trying to keep up with that. That's awesome. My knees hurt. Oh, I absolutely love that. That's killer. Yep, I used to do the same thing. I was pretty fortunate because I came from a little bit of a rock and roll family. My dad listened to, he used to always listen to like The Doors, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Steppenwolf was one of his favorite bands. I remember going to the mall in my hometown, and my dad being like he was one of those guys that never bought anything for himself, and he wasn't a musician by any means. I'm one of the only guitar players and musicians in my family, but my dad, he was definitely into music. He had the old sound design stereo with the tall speakers in the living room, with the glass cabinet. A lot of people don't have those anymore because of we have the internet now, so everything's right at our hands, which is nice. It's nice to be able to get on here and listen to anything you possibly can think up. If you want to get nostalgic, you can get into the Steppenwolf and the old Creedence Clearwater Revival and things of that nature. But anyhow, I remember going with him to the Alliance Mall. It was called Carnation Mall. It's in Ohio. You can look that up if you like. But there was I'm not even sure what the name of the music store was. It's been so long ago, but he bought the whole case of Steppenwolf, and then we rocked it out on the cassette player in the car on the way home. It was just him and I. Man, that was a day I'll never forget. I was so happy to see him actually go get something that he enjoyed and we could enjoy together. And that's what it was. It was those old cassette tapes. It was a lot of fun. I'm just reading the chats again here, everybody. I do remember the 8-track tapes. My dad also had those. I used to go through them. In fact, the first time I ever listened to Cheech and Chong was a track. My dad had the whole collection of those. It was pretty neat. That's something that's kind of wow, that's awesome. Sounds like you come from a good family, bro. That's awesome. But yeah, one thing that I never really heard growing up, and this is crazy being a musician. I should probably be, I don't know, maybe I was a little sheltered. I never listened to Johnny Cash growing up. Not until about 10 or 15 years ago that I started getting into Johnny Cash. And my brother-in-law used to listen to it all the time in his pickup truck when he was driving around working on the farm and stuff. And I would listen to him. I heard him listen to it, and I was like, who's that guy? And crazy enough, my grandfather, he's passed away now, but my grandfather was a huge Johnny Cash fan and never turned me on to it as I was a kid. And he actually ate lunch with that guy in Minerva, Ohio. I'm not sure which restaurant he was at, but he actually came down and talked to my granddad, and they were actually friends, kind of. They kind of kept in touch after that until they both passed. But it was pretty neat. It was a really cool thing to see. But back to the guitars, the old Sears and Roebuck's guitar that I have. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I know that it's old. The story on it is I was walking around a flea market one time. I'm going to go ahead and grab it so you guys can see it. It does not have a name on it at all, but the guy wanted like $350 for it, and I think I had like all of $250 in my pocket. So obviously, I walked over to the guy and I did a little haggling. And I did end up picking it up for like $200 or $250. I think I gave him $250, I gave him all the money that I had in my pocket for it. Maybe it was a good investment, maybe it was a bad investment, but it's the oldest guitar I believe I have. It's either from the 60s or the 70s, and it's a fantastic guitar. It still has the original case. It has some paperwork and some things like that inside of it. I'm not exactly sure what it is, though, so I'm going to break it out, and if anybody on here can tell me what it is or what they possibly think it is, I believe it. Somebody said it may be a silver tone or something of that nature, or an old harmony. I would think if it was a harmony, it would have some branding on it somewhere, because I've had old harmonies, and I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, let me go ahead and grab that real quick. It's right over here this way. I'll be right back, guys. So here's the case. Get rid of my bad habit quickly. Apologize. There's the case. It's an old school case with the old lockers on it. It's got a little wear on there. And I'll go ahead and crack it open. Crack the case, one of my favorite things to do. Sometimes I do like to just go to my guitar closet and grab. I've done that on videos once or twice before, where I just go to the closet, grab one, and crack it open. I call it cracking the case, and we get to see what's in there and open it up and have a little review of it. It's nice to be able to do that. I guess I'm definitely pretty fortunate in that aspect. It's got the purple inside. Grab this old fella out. It's nice. I mean, the thing's pristine. It really, it's a great guitar. And it does have some old school paperwork. We'll get to that next. But let me set this case back here. It's got a really nice finish. There's no big nicks or anything in it really bad. There's underneath. It's got the top hat bling. It's got the 1, 2, 3-way switch. But it has 0 branding on it. It's double bound. It's got the 3 screws holding it on. It almost feels set, but it's not. It's got the 3 screws in the back. And on the neck of it, it has nothing. Oh, it's fantastic. It's a great guitar. But, you know, as you can see up here, there's nothing. No nothing on it to really tell what it is. So that's a mystery so far. Maybe somebody one of these days can let me know. Yeah, I think it does have P90s in it. It sounds fantastic. It's great. Yeah, no truss rod. You're right. Absolutely. Yep. And luckily it's set up really well. I mean, it's got down here, you can adjust the string height and stuff like that. But since I got it, I mean, the strings they're pretty close on there, but not so bad. I mean, it's right in range for what you would want for a great sounding guitar. I'll go ahead and let me go ahead and grab the Guitaria system. I like to go cordless every once in a while. I don't know if it takes away anything or not, but I'll give you guys a couple clean tones out of it also real quick. I'm not sure how in tune it is. Hopefully she's close. I did have it out the other day, making a little bit of noise with it. It's one of the oldest guitars I have, though. I'm guessing it's from the I'm not sure. I think the 70s. I'm not exactly sure. Go ahead and turn it on, see what we got here. Give you guys a couple sounds. This is from down here, the very bottom pickup. Sounds like it's a little out of tune, but and the neck pickup, it's pretty warm. It definitely it's definitely And that's with the tone knobs all cranked, you know, all the way up. Back down to the bridge. But it's a butter smooth guitar. I mean, that it's to play on it. It's fantastic. It's an absolutely great guitar. I really enjoy playing on it. So that's that one, guys. That's the old school. And I do have another 70s guitar I gave to my son. He hardly ever plays it, though. It's kind of like a case princess for him. I'll get it. Yeah, it is. It's definitely keeps me wondering every time I get it out. What are you? What are you? But I'll probably keep it forever. It's just something nice to have when you want to grab something old school and write something nice. Feels like a pretty nice guitar to play on. So let me go ahead and grab that. In the paperwork, put that in there. This is the folder that I got with it, the old school manila. It doesn't say what kind. Cole Publishing Company. That's definitely an old school, some old school literature that came with it. And then inside we have, let's get inside here and see. Have this paperwork that came with it. It's kind of like some old school instructions. I believe there is. I'll check that out in 1 second, see if there's a date on it. I thought this was kind of neat as well. It has the guitar body and all the ways and things to adjust it and all of that stuff. It's kind of neat little piece there. So it's got that. And yeah, let me go ahead and check for a date. I do believe there is one inside of there. All this stuff just kind of came in the case, something, whoever had it before me, they kept all this kind of old stuff, which is neat. It's definitely neat. And this one here, it still doesn't have it doesn't have the name of the guitar on it, which is kind of crazy. You would think that, you'd think there'd be something that said what kind of guitar it was. It's got the bridge on it. Anyhow, share that quickly. Some more old school paperwork that came with it. Shows how you tune it and set up the bridge on the inside. Now, if that's not some old school, outdated stuff, right. That's right. It is my guitar. That's all it needs to be. I'm fine with that. It could be worth $1 million or it could be worth $1, but it's my guitar and I absolutely adore it. So it really doesn't matter to me. But yeah, let's get in here and see if there's a date somewhere. I would imagine there would be one. Usually they're in the back, I believe. Let me see. The book's kind of falling apart on me, but let's see what's going on. It's got a lot of music that I can't read. But it's in there. It's like Prego. A lot of music notes. In fact, these are all music notes. I think this is the furthest I've ever got into it so far. I don't see a date. Let me look on the very, very back of the book and see if there's anything in the front of the book. First few pages. Let me check it out. I think this is it's page 1. Wow, there it is. There it is. Wow, that's older than I thought. I was thinking 70s. No, 1943. Right here on the bottom. Try to get in close enough. And thank you for that. I appreciate that. Oh, let me try to hold it a little steadier here. I don't have my glasses on, so I couldn't actually see. $1941. Wow, it's older than I thought then. Right. Yeah, I would imagine it. I would imagine it has been. Probably, you're probably right on that. Yeah, I never really got into the books too much. I had a couple of them that I got into way, way, way back. I was actually trying to teach myself how to read music, and I got kind of fed up with it probably faster than I should have. But yeah, that's something I'll always keep with it. Well, that's definitely a couple years old anyhow. Something kind of neat that came with it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back so it stays where it should be. One other thing that I got with it. Let me go ahead and grab quickly. These I thought were kind of neat as well. Some Gibson monosteel strings. Super, super old. Got a bunch of them. Looks like that might have been all the original ones that came with it. But I'll try to find one of the better packs and I'll share those as well. Some old school Gibson strings. If anybody remembers those, I'm not sure I've ever had ones like that. Pretty wild, something different. Yeah, those were inside the case, so I leave those in there as well. They're definitely rusty, old, crusty, rusty strings, but it's something neat to have. Pretty old set of strings. Yeah, they're super rusty. Absolutely. Very. Oh, actually, they're not as bad. They're not as bad as you'd think. There's actually still a little steel on it. They're not terrible, and that's right out of the old case. The balls look a little rusty. Oh, rusty balls. Not terrible though. Those are the old ones that came in there. Yeah, that's true. I should probably do some research on it and check it out. Something I can do in my spare time. Check some things out and see what happens. But yeah, that's definitely some very, very, very old strings. I'm gonna go ahead and put these away. So yeah, it's definitely that's definitely one of my oldest guitars. And onto my newest guitar that I've purchased. We have here the Ola England. Comes with the soft case. I'm not sure what's up with that. You buy these guitars for almost $1,000 and you get a soft case. It was the same thing with my Chapman. My Chapman, which I'm not complaining. But for $1,000, you'd think you'd at least get a hard case with them. It's all good though. I got the guitar I wanted, so that's all it. How hard was it to get that solar? It was pretty. It was tough. Financially, I had to wait for a while because I definitely could not afford it at the time. But this baby right here, it's got the dime slime finish on it, which I absolutely adore. It's a fantastic guitar. Very nice. It's not super heavy. I'm guessing around maybe 8 to 9 pounds, maybe a little bit more. it's got a little heft to it, but it's yeah, I like it. It's fantastic. Got the Ola England symbol on there, and obviously it's a Solar. But yeah, it's a great guitar. I adore it. Um, this is another one actually that my wife purchased, and I had zero clue. I didn't know she was actually getting it. I was looking at them, and um, I was checking it out. It does not have the Evertune either, thank goodness, because I hear good and bad things about the Evertune bridge. And I guess eventually I probably will get a Solar with the Evertune just to see what they're all about. But the guitar tech that I use, and I do most of my own work, like I tune all my own Floyd Roses and I set them up, um, and things of that nature, all for myself, because it gets pretty costly taking those things over um, to the guitar store and having those guys do it. Let me go ahead and set this back here quickly. Um, but the guy was working on an Evertune bridge. I took my BC Rich in to have a little bit of work done on it when I first got it, and he said that the Evertune bridge is hell to set up. He was in there saying a lot of bad words as he was setting it up, and this guy he's been working on for guitars for a long time. He's a good, considerably bit older than I am. He's probably in his 60s. Not that that's old, but he is in his 60s, so he's been at it for a long time. There's a place in Ohio called the Music Farm. I don't know if anybody, knows anything about that, but that's where I take my guitars. And the guy there said Evertune bridges are hell to work on. If you don't get one set up the way you like it, you're going to pay out the nose to get it set up. Not that I'm trying to scare anybody away from them by any means. Don't let me do that. I mean, if that's what you like and that's what you're after, by all means, get after it. But for me, I was happy to get one without one, with just a good standard bridge that I could rock out on. That thing stays in tune perfectly. It's probably still in tune right now. But yeah, it's a great guitar, and I'm a big fan of Ola England. Back in my metal days when I first started listening to heavy metal and death metal, back when I was probably, I'm guessing I was probably about 15 when I got into that real heavy. I was listening to 6 Feet Under, the band, right before The Haunted came out. And a funny story on that, if nobody knows, Ola England was in the band 6 Feet Under. They were just getting ready to make a record deal, and Metal Blade Records went out of business. They went belly up, went bankrupt, and screwed them on their contract. So 6 Feet Under was yeet, gone. They did away with 6 Feet Under, and yeah, that was the end of that. He went off on his own with The Haunted, which is a band he's still into this day, which is a great band. If you like heavy metal, check those guys out. And yeah, that's the story on that. But that's pretty cool that he makes those guitars. And I'm pretty sure he bought out Washburn, or took Washburn when they closed up shop, whatever it is. I'm not exactly sure. I kind of should look into that someday, check out exactly what happened there. But when Washburn stopped making guitars, Solar picked up their company and all their tools and all their everything and started making Solar guitars, which are fantastic guitars. I will have another one someday. That's number one of hopefully many to come. I'm going to fire up a bad habit, and then we'll get into this chat. Coffee cups up, everybody. Cheers. T-shirts and some coffee cups that say coffee cup up as well. I do have some have a little bit of merchandise. I've made some T-shirts. Let me grab these quickly so I can show them off a little. I've got some black and red ones. There we go. I also have some guitar picks that I made, but they have the Kowal Guitar Life logo on them. Some guitars. If anybody's interested in these, message me and I can send you a couple out. I'd be happy to. I have a lot of camouflage ones because people seem to like camo. It's got the Kowal Guitar Life on there, and a couple Get Fit on there. Got to have those. And what else? Yeah, that was a crazy thing about it, because they were a huge company, and I got the glow in the dark Kowal Guitar Life, so you can find it at nighttime. They were very reasonable to make, so I thought I'd make a bunch of those up and send them out. A couple of my subscribers wanted them, so I sent them out to those guys as well. Hope you guys enjoyed them. But yeah, that was a pretty crazy thing that happened with Metal Blade, and it happened when I was a kid. They've not been a thing for a long time, and they were back when we didn't have this YouTube to put all our content on. When you were trying to make it big then, which I dreamed of for a long time and I still do, but making it big now is totally a whole different realm from what it used to be. I mean, I put my time in, I practiced and all that stuff, and I was hoping that somebody would see it someday while we were out playing in the club or whatever. But and we did have a couple promoters look at us and stuff like that, but I don't know. I passed up a couple good opportunities, probably that I shouldn't have, but that's all in the past, so we'll just leave that where it's at. And but anyhow, yeah, to get on a company, a recording studio like Metal Blade, that was really something back then. That was really something to be proud of and something to talk about. And Ola definitely just downs the shit out of him. He's like, F Metal Blade, I'm not having it. Those guys are pieces of crap, blah, blah, blah. He's also pretty happy to be on YouTube, I believe. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's get into, sorry, just making sure I wasn't burning anything here. My bad habit. We're going to get into this Chapman. Now, this Chapman, the one I'm about to bring out, like I said, I have 3 of them. I have a baritone, a Red Sea baritone. It's a fantastic, beautiful guitar. I absolutely love it. And the Ghost Blood, the Ghost Fret Blood that's behind me. There's a pretty cool story on that. Like I said, as I was wanting a Chapman guitar it was a year or 2 ago, I wanted it really bad, and I definitely could not afford it. Christmas time was coming, so there was no real need for me to go get this thing. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people know. If you watch Glenn Fricker, he mentioned me on one of his videos. I do have 10 kids. That's right, 10. 10 children. In fact, there's one knocking on my door right now. Yeah, so at Christmas time, I'm busy. A lot of money is getting spent. A lot of gifts are getting bought, and I don't need a thing. You know what I mean? I have all these guitars. I have all my equipment. I don't really want for anything in that nature anymore, other than my wife and kids to have a great holiday. So in all of that happening, I was busy. I was working my fanny off, scraping and scratching, making sure I had plenty of money, making sure everybody was getting what they wanted for Christmas. Along comes this guitar box to the door. And of course, my wife, being the awesome lady she is, she said, that's your Christmas present. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to wait till Christmas Day. So I waited and waited and waited, and I could have peeked a million times, but I never did. I just anticipated and waited and waited and waited. And then Christmas morning comes along, and I open it up, and it's this guitar. And man, I actually still had the letter in there that she wrote me and put in there. I'll keep it in there forever, as long as I live. And even when I don't, hopefully whoever gets it next keeps it in there as well, because it's pretty special to me. But nobody ever did anything that great and drastic, for me. Taking my guitar playing as serious as I do, not a lot of other people really take it that seriously. They just kind of look at it as a hobby, which it is. But it's one I take very seriously. I put a lot of time into it. I put my heart and soul into playing guitar. So when I grab any of them and play, it's stuff coming out of my heart. Like I said, I never had lessons or anything like that. So everything that comes out onto my fretboard and into these speakers is from here. It's from my heart. It's the way I play. Sometimes I get aggressions out and I play a little bit of metal, and sometimes it's just a nice, good, soft, warm tone and feeling good, But anyhow, let's get into this guitar. She got it for me, and when I opened it up, I'm not a very emotional guy at all. I did have a couple little tears falling. I'm not going to lie. I had a little tear. She had to wipe that away real quick. She's taking pictures and videos and stuff, and I don't want to be that guy. But man, this is the most appreciated guitar I've ever had for forever. I mean, it's near and dear to my heart. Something I cherish. I really take very good care of it. no cigarettes get put in the neck of it. Trying to keep this thing as nice as I can, but I play it a lot too. It's what I call Excalibur. When I go to write a song or write a riff, that's usually the first one I grab, especially for metal. But it does have some great clean tones as well. I was floored and surprised by how fantastic the clean tones came out of this guitar. Unfortunately, somebody put a different somebody put a another pickup in it. In the, I believe it's the neck pickup they changed, which shame on them. They should have never done that. But I do have the other Chapman pickup. I'll probably put it back in there. That way it's all original. And then I'll do something else with the one they put in. But let's grab this quickly. And then I guess this will be the last guitar of the day. I'll let you guys go. And go see what the family's up to. But this is the same thing. It has the soft case branded with the Chapman. And I will say one thing. Rob Chapman is an awesome guy. It's got the Chapman logo on the bottom. I don't know if you've ever played Chapman guitars or not, but they are fantastic. I absolutely love this thing. There she is, guys. And it's got the flame maple top on it. You can see the wood grain. This video doesn't do it justice, but it is a great, I don't mind soft cases either. And they are really well padded. They're fantastic cases. I'll give it that. I would trust it. It's got the natural wood binding on it. And it's black on the back. Set neck. Feels like a neck through. Absolutely fantastic on that. Sorry about the glare of the computer. Everybody complains about the tuners because they say they're too close together and they're upside down. A lot of people don't like that, but I feel like it's a pretty metal headstock. I dig it a lot. And it is the Ghost Fret. It's Ghost Fret Blood. I'll go ahead and show that. Hopefully with some decent lighting. Just says Chapman Guitars and Ghost Fret. I think it's just a standard model. I don't know if it's the Pro or not. I don't believe it is because everything that comes on it is all just factory with what you would get from any other. It does have the push-pull, and everything's really smooth there. Very, very smooth guitar. Just bone stock, metal style. One volume, one tone, and then it's got your selector up here. It's kind of hard to see in the light, but it's got your three-way selector here. So for the quick flip when you're jamming. But this guitar, guys, I love it. It's a little dirty. It's been played a lot, but it is fantastic. It's one of my favorite guitars. It's very, very awesome. And I'll go ahead and share the little note that I have inside and the other now I'll go ahead and turn around so I'm not backing to you guys. The other pickup that's inside of it, I can show you guys that as well so you can see what the pickups look like from inside of it. But it's a great guitar. It's fantastic. It's got the little zipper piece inside here. And it came with the Chapman Guitars greetings. It's pretty cool. Rob put that in there. And I've actually talked to Rob Chapman myself. He actually, after he found out I got this guitar for Christmas for my wife, he sent me a video call on my phone through, I'm pretty sure it was Instagram maybe. I follow him on there, and I've actually talked to the man a few times. In fact, I told him that I wanted to become a Chapman guitarist because I enjoy their guitars so much. He told me, like everyone, unfortunately, I have to have at least 5,000 subscribers. I'm pretty far away from damn flies. I'm pretty far away from having that. I'm at like 63 subscribers, so one of these days get up that high. Then we'll see what happens. Maybe I can end up making that dream come true. But for now, I'm having a blast anyhow. So I've got the pickup. springs that came out of the old pickup, the checklist that came with it. What else do we have in here? And a Chapman pickup. It says on the back it's labeled Chapman. Oh, it's really hard to see in the light. There it is. So that's their branded Chapman pickup. And I believe this came out of the neck. I don't know why. The guy before me that had it, I did get the guitar used. The guy that got it before me put the other pickup in, which I'm honestly not super positive which pickup was put in there. It has, yeah, I don't even exactly sure on how people get so many subscribers. A lot of people say that I need to do how-to videos. So I guess maybe in the future I'm going to do some how-to Floyd Rose, maybe how to solder. I'm not exactly sure. I'll come up with something. I don't want to do anything totally out of this world. Some people said, oh, you got to do crazy stuff. You got to get crazy and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not that guy. Like I said, if I have just you guys on here, I'm happy with that. You know, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be able to chat with people and share my experiences and hear other people's experiences and stuff like that. That's really what it's all about for me. I work hard. I run my own business as a bricklayer, so it doesn't matter. You know, it's fun, and I love it. Yeah, I have some of my videos have like, I think the most is maybe like 5,000 views on my Les Paul video, my Epiphone Les Paul. That got a lot of stuff, and some of them have 600, some of them have 5, some of them have 3. But like I said, I'm not really here for that when it comes down to it. It also has the black tusk nut in the Chapman. These are fantastic as well. They're good nuts. That's probably an odd thing to say, but it came from Riff City Guitars. And so it says that the 6th, 5th, and 3rd saddle spring was removed for intonation, and they're in the case. So that's why they're in there. They did do the full inspection, the playability inspection, the electronics, and the hardware, fit and finish, and case and gig bag contents. But it did not say which pickup they put in. So I got this with it from Riff City. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. No, I haven't. I haven't pulled the pickup out just yet. That's something I'm gonna do in the future because I'm dying to know what's in there. It sounds great. It's definitely a hot pickup. It's warm, you know, for the neck pickup. Even clean, like I said, it sounds fantastic clean. But I got this note with this guitar, and it keeps it pretty near and dear to my heart as well. I'll set this back here. And since you guys are all here, I'll go ahead and share what it says. It says, obviously, it's from my wife. So first it says, I love you very much. I hope you love it. I know I put a lot of thought and love into getting this for you. I hope you love it as much as I love you. You are very much deserve it. I love you lots. And for the proof, that was awesome of her. What a great lady. That was in my case when I got it Christmas morning. I think that mainly is what brought the little tear to my eye, I guess. And you know, putting so much thought into something like that, and it meant the world to me. So let me go ahead and place this back in the bag. And just like the 1970s guitar I have in it, that we don't all know what it means or what it's all about, but it's in there and it's been there for a long time. So hopefully someday on this Chapman, if somebody else gets it 20, 40 years from now when I pass, if I live to be 120 or 30, which is my plan, maybe they'll read it and say, wow, that's a cool story, and show it to somebody else and leave it in there. Don't take it out. That needs to stay with the guitar. So I guess I'm going to end this live. We've been here for an hour and 11 minutes now. I appreciate everybody for coming in and hanging out. My knees hurt. Kaylin, it's cool you guys to join me. I appreciate it. I'm going to go see what the family's doing and probably tune up these guitars and do a little research. Maybe I will end up, now you got me thinking, maybe I will pull the pickup on that Chapman and see what happens. So everybody have a great week. Rock on. Keep music in your life and in your hearts. Play guitar or whatever it is you play, or just listen. Have a great time. I appreciate everybody being here, and we'll see you guys in probably a day or two. So have a great evening, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't work too hard this week. And we'll see you guys next time. It's Kowal Guitar Life. Coffee cups up, everybody. Have a great one.